After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pan Hook and Deals podcast, episode 294. It is February 5th, 2018, Monday, as we are recording. And hopefully you won't have sleepy people, but I fell asleep in the Adoration Chapel today. So, I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
I want to welcome all new and returning viewers. Thank you for joining us here in the Woman Cave for the fun in the Woman Cave. Do you want to go through the tea first? You want to say who you are?
I thought we just did that.
I did, but did you? I guess you did.
I have absolutely no idea if I did or not. Hi, I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy. I'm pretty sure I said who I was, but I have absolutely no idea.
What are you drinking?
I don't know. What are you drinking?
I said last week. I'm not doing it again.
Come on, everyone knows. She's drinking chai tea in her Team Owl mug.
It would have served you right if I had my St. Paul mug.
Actually, I looked at it in the screen.
I drink left-handed, so you can't see my owl.
I almost offered you the one you liked so much last week.
I would have taken it up, except I'm really tired for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
I need this today.
Well, this one is Plum Deluxe. With all right,
I need
let me
to touch
try
base
this
with
again.
Andy.
My brain's not working. Tart Cocoa Cherry Cordial Tea. Sending a cup of love in your direction. Should be getting a tea club pretty soon. I don't know when this one was. There was a period of time where I wasn't drinking any caffeine at all.
Right.
So a lot of my caffeinated teas didn't get drunk. I'm able to, now that I'm a little bit better controlled by medicine, I'm able to enjoy my caffeine again.
A little bit, yeah.
I don't drink nearly as much tea as I used to, simply because I had to drink so much water. It almost still says light, but it's fight for dysautonomia awareness.
Cool.
So, this is probably my favorite of my two dysautonomia mugs, even though it's harder to read. The other one only has a text facing me, which annoys the heck out of me.
Right. I think it was Cappy who was talking about a mug. She had the sheep back sides and front sides, and when she's
That's
right,
fun.
but she's right-handed, so every time she drinks right-handed, she shows the back side to everybody.
Well, that's not a problem, though.
But she was
I wouldn't mind having, like, bunny fronts looking at me and bunny behinds looking at everyone else.
But she's like, I'm like, well, just be left-handed. That's all, Cappy. Cappy, I'm glad you're feeling better enough. Cappy has a new podcast up. She has had a double dose of the flu or something over there.
Oh, fun stuff.
But she's got some really neat stuff. She was showing yarn and stuff like that. It's really cool. You might want to check her out. Okay, moving along.
I'm kind of proud of myself. I'm actually in the mood for, like, non-history podcasts. I've been trying to catch up on Bakery Bears a little bit.
I need to catch up with the Knitability. I want to see her socks.
Well, I'm doing, like, backwards catching up, where I start with the most recent episode and then just start going.
Okay, I left you a message, you and Dan. I know you said to leave an email, but I was too lazy, so I put it in my post and I tagged you. I put bookmarks in your Climb Every Mountain, I think it is.
Yes.
And you don't have that down. I put 2.5 steps or whatever it is, feet, whatever it is. Is that the right thing to put down, like about a preemie hat? If not, let me know, because I'll change it for you. But I put...
She might not hear it if it's on here.
I'll tag her.
Still might not hear it if it's on here. We do a almost 2-hour-long podcast.
Yeah, but they do occasionally watch, because they pick things up on it. So
yeah.
We'll just hit them on every bit of the media.
You're going to hit them?
Hit them over their heads. Especially Dan.
Oh,
I can't reach it. He's so tall. Poor Dan. He can take the hit. Anyway, he has a good sense of humor. We want to welcome all new and returning viewers. We have several here this week. We're really excited about that. We had a mini migration except that they didn't leave the other group, from one of the loom knitter groups. So thank you, Mom Cook, for your posting in your group about the Tea and Tales. We had an influx of people, and we're really excited to have them with us. We not all of them, but the first one I don't think came from the loom knit group, but everybody else did. Seafish 2816, I think, that's Chris. Welcome, Chris. I think Chris has been part of the group before.
Really?
But in any event, welcome, Chris. And we have Cody, who is Shirley. Welcome, Shirley.
This one's fun.
Berserk 9, who is Dawn. Berserk 9, who is Dawn. That's so funny. Welcome, Dawn. We have Steph Keith, who is Stephanie. Welcome, Stephanie. We have Round and Round I Go, which I absolutely love that name, and that's Beth. And we have Siobhan 1109. I think her name is Siobhan, but it's not on her page. But anyway, welcome there. Welcome you. Wombat Knitter. This made me giggle. I just love that name. Wombat Knitter. Patty, welcome.
Welcome.
Sassy 79, who is Shanta. Welcome, Shanta. And Cindy Lou Who for you.
There's so many fun names
Love
this
that.
time.
We're glad to have all of you with us. Yay! And now the Loom Knit prizes have a lot more chance of being won.
Yes.
We had some donations of that kind of thing, so that's awesome. Let me have a little bit of this tea here before I get started.
This does have some caffeine.
It's good, but there's something I can't quite identify.
Well, it is Ceylon black tea, honeybush tea, dried cherries, cocoa nibs.
I think it was the cherries. I couldn't
hibiscus, rose hips, apple pieces, cherry essence.
I think it was a cherry and the apples together.
Uh-huh.
So we want to welcome all of our new viewers. That's awesome that we have so many of them. And we're glad to have our returning viewers back. And if you are in the shadows, as I say every week, please feel free, if you're watching on YouTube especially, to press the subscribe button on your left.
And to ring the bell.
To ring the bell. And we had somebody ring the bell. I forget who it was. Linnea, I think it was. She found us on YouTube and she rang. She's been with us forever.
Yes,
but she found us on YouTube and she rang the bell. So that was great. And she subscribed. So thank you, Linnea.
Thank you.
Let's see, where was I going with that?
I have no idea where you're going with that. I'm just along for the ride.
Do the Ravelry group. If you want to join the Ravelry group, that would be great. We'd love to have you with us. That's how you are eligible for the prizes. And for the prizes, no.
What?
For the prizes, you have to be part of the group to be eligible for the prizes, for the alongs, okay? We don't usually do anything on the YouTube channel for prizes. Okay, now, alongs. We have the Harry Potter Cal going on. This is in other groups. The Victorian Studio podcast, which is Victorian Studio, who's Maureen, and this is a year-long Cal. It started January 1st and goes all the way through to the 31st of December. This is her second annual Cal for Harry Potter, and it went over really well last year, so you might want to check that out. She's fantastic. We love Maureen. Okay, and her podcast is wonderful. The Year of Socks Cal, that's Crocheting Hoovian, and you guys hear us talk about Laura all the time. She is having, I think this is a year, as she said, and she does accept the shorty socks. I don't know if she accepts slippers or not. The rules are be in the groups, okay? I don't know them by heart. So,
why not?
She's a wonderful podcast. You might want to check her out. Don't poke me. I have hot tea in my hands. All right, the shorty socks Cal is Undead Yarn. That's Heidi. Heidi is a Knitty Girl, and I don't know how long that's going. I think it's a year as well, so you could go back and forth. And our other Heidi, who's packing knits, is having a slipper along.
Huh.
And I think at least one of the socks Cals is accepting slippers. I don't know if it's Undead Yarn or if it's Laura.
Now, do house socks count as slippers, or do they have to be slippers?
You'd have to ask Heidi. I mean, I think that Heidi's pretty broad in her acceptance of things, but just ask her. And those are all wonderful podcasts.
I mean, I don't tend to knit a lot of slippers. I don't think I've ever knit a slipper, but
yeah. The Never Going to Knit You Up Cal. That's Bakery Bears. That's Kay and Dan.
They said they might give us another verse for their 100th episode.
Another verse of what?
Gonna knit you up.
Right. Okay. Building on yours or theirs?
I'm assuming theirs.
Okay, cool. In any event, the Never Gonna Knit You Up is those skeins of yarn that were so special that you just can't find the perfect project, or you're kind of loath to use it because you don't want to
Well,
take it out of
I
pretty
think
skein.
immediately of my black alpaca with red sparkles.
Well, the one I finally picked up for my TVG that Laura Smoot gave me, it sat in my stash for 2 years before I found something I really wanted to do with it. So it has to be the right project. And I think I have 2 skeins. I have one from Cappy and one from Jenny from Lucky Jenny Knits that are so special that I can't use them until I find the exact right project for it, because they made them especially for me. So they're sitting up there. In fact, I have one from Maureen that's sitting there too, because
I have one of those
they're just beautiful, and I can't use them until I find the perfect project. So this is what this cal is for. The Never Gonna Knit You Up. Okay, current cals in our group. Okay, we have the PHN Tea and Tails year-long cal. This is 2018 is our first year-long cal, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Tea and tails. It doesn't have to be tea and tails together. It could be tea related, tails related, or tea and tails related. Okay? If you can make a case for it, we'll accept it. All right? It runs January 1st through December 31st, and the projects have to be knit, loom knit, or crocheted. Previous whips will be allowed, so you can start it at any time, as long as you work on or finish during the cal. Chatter and pictures will be in the same thread, and projects, as I said, must be tied to the theme of tea and tails. 1 whip per project per week. Post the FO whenever it's finished. So it doesn't matter if you posted a whip picture on Monday and you finished it on Thursday, you can still post the FO that week. We have featured patterns for this, tea and tails. Franciscan Gypsy's Designs, and if you can make one of her toys or her Duke and tie it into tea or tails, we'll accept it. That's 2 chances at a prize for the FO. That's for crochets, and Duke is knitted. Mom Cook has loom knit patterns related to tea and tails. Okay, you'll have to check her out.
Now the Duke could work honestly for Laura.
Don't say that yet. I'll get to that, because you're gonna miss me up, and I'm gonna say something about it. Okay. But and then so Mom Cook does loom knit patterns, and she has them specifically tea and tails. I have 2 of her ebooks that are tea and tail related, and I think she has some single patterns as well. So check her out. And then for knitting, we have Joanna Johnson, right? Joanna Johnson, and she's got a ton of things. She's the one who does Green Gable Knits.
Diana's hat.
Yeah, fantastic. So we have anything that is done, any of those patterns that are finished are eligible for 2 chances at a prize. If you use Lady Fernicle Creations yarn and it's tea or tail related in terms of its colorway, or if you use it in a tea or tail related pattern or project or whatever, it will be eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the finished object. If you marry, so to speak, my yarn with one of those projects, one of those patterns of the designers who are featured, you'll have 3 chances at a prize. All this is in the thread, because I know I'm garbling this, okay? It's in the thread. All right. Talia was saying that the Duke could be eligible for Laura's, and that's one I forgot to mention because it's a new one. She took our tea and tails and she expanded it, and she's doing, I think it's a family movie night, but I think it's all media. Like I think she's accepting musicians and songs and movies. I think that's what she's accepting, musicals, things like that. Check her threads for that. It's a lot of fun. And Talia's Duke could be eligible for that for John Wayne.
It was a reference to John Wayne, specifically movies like Searcher. Well, he always has his bandana that he wears.
Exactly. So if it might fit in there as well as in ours. So you might want to check that out. The rules are in her group, so you'll know exactly what's going on. And it dovetails really nicely with our tea and tails. Okay. I don't know how long it runs. You have to check. Let me see here. We do have some prizes I did say I would show.
But in our long, the TV is turned off when we're working with books.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so for the tea and tails along, let me see here. No, that's not it. I have everything put together in packages here, so I have to make sure I've got the right ones. Okay, I'm just going to tell you what they are. I know I said I would show it to you, but we're kind of going to be long anyway because I have a lot to show you for my birthday and stuff. So I just want to say that we have donations of Lady Fernico Creations yarn from both Yarns It and Stephanie, who is Miss Cookie 45 or 54. I forget which it is.
Oh, you're asking me. I'm a really bad person to ask.
We have Lengthening Shadows was donated by Yarns It, who is Jeannie, and a Franciscan Gypsy Designs pattern, also by Jeannie. We have a skein of my Mystic DK base. That's Cookie 45. That's Stephanie. Thank you, Stephanie, and thank you, Jeannie. Stephanie also donated a Franciscan Gypsy Designs mug, so that's really nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And then Mom Cook has donated pattern, so that's awesome. One of her loom knit patterns, which is amazing. And now that we have so many loom knitters, it's going to be fun.
Yes.
I know we had a few already, but now we've got an influx, so that'll be good. And then let's see here. Okay, so we have those. We are still finalizing the other 2 quarters. Well, quarter and a half, because Mom Cook took care of one.
Yeah.
All right, now the PHN Ready Set Go Cal is going really strong. We're already a third finished. 1 month's already gone by.
Wow.
That's just weird. Okay, this is we have a co-host, this Packing Knits, who's Heidi, so we're really happy to have her. She's really fun, and she has, I think her rules are similar to ours, but check them out in her group. Yeah, they're basically the same, but slightly different, as they always are in our co-hosts. And that's Packing Knits. All right, and this runs from January 1st through March 31st. Now, in this particular cal, the Ready Set Go cal, no previous whips. This is the Start All the Things cal. This is, you know, ready, set, go. Let's begin now. A new thing. So, all new projects, no earlier than January 1st. And we are finished accepting frogs. Okay, that was only for the month of January. So now it's
if
just...
you choose to make a project that is a frog, that's different.
Fine, yes. But so now we're just, you know, looking at whips and FOs, okay? And chatter, of course, is in the thread also. Knit, loom knit, or crocheted. One whip per project per week. The FO whenever it's finished. The prizes, I'll get to that in a second. Again, the Franciscan Gypsy Designs FOs and Lady Vertical Creation Designs FOs will be eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the FO only. And if they are together, if you did a Duke in my yarn or a Bastion in my yarn or something like that, that would be eligible for 3 chances at a prize. Okay? We do have hashtags. They are in the group. I believe it's PHN Ready Set Go 2018 for this one, and then hashtag PHN Ready Set Go 2018 for Instagram. And the other one, the Tea and Tails, I believe is hashtag PHN Tea and Tails. Make sure you get that extra A in.
Yes.
Tea and Tails. Because when I tagged mine the first couple of projects, I left out the A. PHN Tea and Tails 2018. Hashtag for Instagram, no hashtag for Ravelry. Okay? And we have a set of really beautiful stitch markers from Cappy that were made by her mother. They're blue and white and, well, they're blue and pearl and clear bead with little crowns on a couple of them, so that's really neat. Yarns It donated another skein of my yarn here. It's a DK weight in the Stormy Weather colorway, and a skein of my fingering sock in the Good and Plenty Oops colorway was donated by Stephanie. Thank you very much. They were both very generous, okay,
yes,
with their prize donations. Yarns It also donated a Franciscan Gypsy Design for this cal, and Stephanie donated another mug. So that's very, very sweet of them.
Very sweet of them.
And you saw last week the skein of yarn that Christina, who is Mama C, donated along with the drawstring project bags. We have some really nice prizes for you guys. Okay? And before I forget, I know I said that I would be posting this. I didn't have time. I just barely had the time to take the pictures recently. This bag will be going up in the thread as soon as I have a chance. This is an Brodie Travel Bag, a Venture Travel Bag, and we talked about it last week, and I will be putting up a thread, or one of us will, so that you guys can put in for a chance to win it. It's a very nice sock size bag or baby hat or something like that, and it hangs very nice on your wrist while you're walking around. So that will go up soon. Okay. Alrighty, how many projects do you have?
Let's see.
I have 7. My tea is getting cold.
I told you need a warmer too. 5, 6. I have 7.
Okay, we can go first this time. Because I've been going first the last few times.
Only because you have like 20 million projects.
Mm-hmm. Let's not change the fact.
Sorry, itchy.
Let's see here. Okay.
Stay. So stay. In my Pod Balloon Batgirl bag, is my, this is Kay's Fault Mitered Square Blankets. Worked a little bit on this. So let's see. This thing's getting quite large. I'm almost done with my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Almost done with my 9th row. I'm on the last square of the 9th row. So, finished this square here, then this square, and I'm started on the last square of the 9th row. It's nice and warm on my lap.
Mm-hmm. It's getting nice and big.
Mm-hmm. And it's kind of comfy and nice. Like if I'm cold while knitting and nothing seems to help, I'll sometimes just pull this out so I have it on my lap, even if I'm not working on it. Which I'm kind of thinking about doing now, because
you're going to have a million ends to weave in.
I know, I'm not looking forward to that. But I'm too lazy to do it as I go.
You will pay for it later.
I will pay for it later. But, oh well. The only consolation will be that while I'm weaving in all the ends, I get to have the blanket on my lap. Besides, I'm not going to be finished to this with this till I'm 90 anyway.
Be buried with it. Okay, my first one is in my Kickapoo Holiday Owls bag. And this is my Dreaming of Summer project that I should have finished a long time ago. Now that the Revelinics, I think the Revelinics have started now, I can work on something and finish it. So I'm going to try to finish this. But there's my little baby hat, and this is, oh, I guess this is Summer Bay colorway. Okay. I didn't know what the colorway was. That's what it is. That's why I call it Dreaming of Summer. And this is just a baby loom. I think this will fit a baby, but maybe it's a preemie. I don't know. I've been counting it as a preemie hat, so.
It looks like it would stretch.
Yeah, it does. It stretches pretty much. And this is nice and warm because it is bulky. I love this. I love this cotton. I love this cotton. Is it? I think I lost the ball band. I pulled it down. This is Pacific Chunky. Huh? No, it's Pacific Chunky. 40% superwash merino wool. 120 yards. I don't know. Okay. So that's what it is. And I hope to finish this soon because this is, I mean, these I can usually whip out pretty quickly. They're not big and they're not hard, so that's fun.
I think with baby hats, you can easily do more than 18 hats for 2018.
Yeah, and babies always need them, so
yeah.
I don't think Brittany cares one way or the other.
No, it's just more to inspire herself, and she's just asking people to play along with her.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next one is in my Silver Shed USA Batman bag. This is my Just a Little Chilly Mitered Square Afghan, and again, just a little bit of work on this. I finished this square here and started on this pink one.
That's pretty.
So
it's a good match there with the surrounding.
I mean, I'm gonna run out of yarn in the middle of it, so I'll have to choose another color, but it won't be a problem.
That'd be nice.
So, Yeah, I don't know why I haven't gotten quite as much work on it this week. I think I've been working on other things.
Yeah. Okay. My next one is my my other loom project. It's my Ocean Drift hat project from the Nifty Knitter cowl pattern with pom-poms. I don't know why I insist on putting this in the cowl pattern with pom-poms, because actually I'm just doing a hat. So,
right.
But anyway, this is, I believe, the denims and the Oceana colorway. This is James C. Brett Marble Chunky, and you know how much we like this. This is acrylic. I think it's full acrylic. Let me see. I keep losing my ball bands. Here we go. Let's see. It's machine washable. I don't know if...
They don't usually say the color on there.
No, I'm looking to see if it's all acrylic.
I think it is.
It's really nice yarn. 100% acrylic. So this will be washable, and it's very warm. And I love the way the colors are working together, the denim and the Oceana. Okay, I don't know if you... The light's not particularly... That's a little bit better. The light's not particularly good to show the colors, but...
It's showing up.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward.
Are you dissing my lights?
Yes.
Man, ungrateful.
Because I don't do cool talk. I have no idea I can do that.
Ungrateful.
I have not been cool ever. Okay. So this goes in here. This is a Turbo Knitter 64 bag. And I love this bag. I think I have 2 or 3 of his bags. This one and another Mickey Mouse. I can't remember if I have another one. I know I won 3, but I think only 2 of them he made. I think the other one was an Brodie that I won from him, along with a Leading Man Fiber Arts thing.
My turn.
Your turn, your turn.
In my Silvershed USA books bag.
It's a literary bag.
Yes, it is.
An intelligent bag.
It's the Quicksilver Hat. This is the Tressia pattern by Michelle Wang. I'm using Lady Fernico yarns. It was started this year, so it works for Tea and Tails and for Ready, Set, Go. I'm in the cabled section. This hadn't been getting much work prior to yesterday simply because I didn't have the brain power.
Every day Davina asks about it.
Well, she actually, like the one day I worked on it, she didn't ask about it.
Oh, yeah?
Which really made me laugh. So...
It's looking nice.
You're starting to see a little bit of patterning. It's actually very intuitive, I'm finding.
Is that the back?
No, you're looking at the back here.
Okay.
They're looking at the front. So... Yeah, you're only starting to see the pattern coming out, so
It's be a nice hat.
I think so. This is one of my few hats that I have that is actually on the needles it's supposed to be. Instead of, well, like the other hats I have, except for one other hat, they're on the size needles they're supposed to be, but the cable's a little long, so I'm waiting for some more cables to come in from Amazon so I can transfer.
Right.
They're like just barely not the right size.
Okay, my next one is my Sea Spray shawl from the Tidal Wave shawl by Tamara Kelly, and it's in my knitting, my bag, Autism Awareness large sweater size bag. And this is Gourmet Stash yarn, so you can't really get it again. And I made some progress on this. I think I did a couple rows of this. This is going to have to be blocked because I keep shoving it back in the bag. But it's growing. I love this color. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put another blue in here. I know Brittany liked the color change, and I do like the color change. I just think that maybe it'll take some of the ability to be elegant out of it. It'll not make it less classy, but make it more casual.
Right.
And I want to be able to go from jeans and t-shirt to a little black dress if I want to.
Right.
And this I think would be better for that, just plain. So I might just...
Do you even own a little black dress?
I own a couple of them.
Oh.
Not strictly speaking, they're funeral. I can't wear a little black dress anymore. Are you kidding?
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, so this is it. I love, love, love this yarn. I really, truly do. So it's going to be so pretty. Look at that color. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it.
You don't like that color at all.
Oh, it's my favorite blue. And I dropped my hook in here somewhere. Ty, if I don't use this, I'll give you this back because it's yours.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I've used any of this. I think I've used, no, that can't be right. I was going to say I thought I used some of this for eyes, but I
No, it's
didn't.
never been unattached from the,
Yeah, so this is actually Talia's skeins. Talia and I trade skeins back and forth. It's like having a store.
extended stash. We go shopping each other's stashes.
And we don't have to pay any money.
Yeah.
So.
Sometimes we have to trade in yarn.
Yep.
I'm currently... I started the other day when I was having trouble falling asleep. I turned on Stephanie Pearl McPhee's... it's a guidebook to the land of knitting.
Oh, okay.
Didn't really help me fall asleep, so I had to stop listening to it. But... yeah, just very amusing. Because it does talk about things like stash and...
More stash.
The customs of the land of knitting and that kind of thing.
You have to have a passport.
And the fact that you move in before you realize that, you know, one minute you think you're visiting, next minute you have a condo there.
I don't want a condo. I want a country house.
You might have a country house.
I need a country house.
So, in my Fun in the Woman Cave Silver Shed USA
Fun in the
bag.
Woman Cave.
Fun in the Woman Cave.
Foon.
Where's Foon? That's not the original Foon, but...
No, he'll do. He's in the original colors.
Yes. Did I give you another Foon?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
So, in the Fun in the Woman Cave Silver Shed USA bag is Thorin's Reading Hood, which is the Thorin's Hooded Cowl pattern by Summer Star. I'm using Miss Babs Yowza in the Maryland Sheep and Wool 2017 colorway Inner Harbor View 2. So, oh Mom, these things, hold on, where'd it go? These things, Amazon's now selling them with this on either end.
Oh, awesome.
I ordered some to see how I like it.
Yeah, I want to see how, yeah.
Now I ordered the normal ones as well because I do need them.
Right.
But I was like, huh, they have both.
Because I have them on my wish list. I wonder if the ones with either end are slightly longer, so they don't...
I don't know. We'll see.
That's amazing.
Those are coming in tomorrow with the needles I ordered.
That's awesome.
So, we'll have to see how I like them.
Mm-hmm.
But... because, you know, it's too obvious to have fewer projects on the needles,
yeah.
So I have enough for my projects.
My husband's like, you don't need more bags. I said, yeah, I do. I have a project. Why don't you just finish something, and then you'll have a project bag open?
No. It's silly. So, this actually got some progress made on it.
Looks nice. Very nice.
So... I look forward to having this hooded...
It has a lot of stockinette in it.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. That doesn't look like it'd be too hard.
No, it's not. I'll let you know how it is when I reach the hood. I can't remember if this is a paid for or free pattern. I feel like it might have been a free pattern.
Is that the one that you do the math thing?
Yeah, Fibonacci. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, let's see here. Okay, my next one is my Because He Asked Me project from the Tie Me Up pattern by Burnett Design Studio. It's my Kickapoo Bags puzzle pieces bag, and I got a lot done with this. I did some when I was waiting for people in different places, and then when we went to the bookstore, I did a little there. So it's growing. I have to measure it.
We had
again.
the cutest family next to us in the bookstore.
Yeah, they were a father with his 2 kids. Very good dad.
Oh, yeah.
And they were cute. They were having a Harry Potter something or other that started...
Reading day or...
Yeah, it started like at 2 o'clock, And he said he'd been there from 2 o'clock. It was 5 o'clock. I guess it ends like at 6 or something.
But it had like activities.
Yeah,
and
they had prizes.
What was the drink that they said?
Maureen. They had the butterbeer. Is that what it's called? Butterbeer.
They were giving little Dixie cups of butterbeer to the kids.
Yeah, but I think if you wanted a bigger one, you had to buy it because some of the adults had bigger ones. So it was kind of fun to see that. But here's the tie. So you can, it's getting there. I love this color. This is in the Shire colorway. So this does work for tea and tails. This has gone through more alongs. Mm-hmm. Shouldn't take me a year to do a tie. But there it is.
Or should it?
Yeah, maybe it should. Who knows? Maybe that's the going time frame for a tie.
Who knows? Have you seen many ties on podcasts to
it's like
compare
something else I can talk about, but I won't. Yeah. Okay, there we go.
So, in my Silvershade USA Millennium Falcon and Luke's X-Wing bag. That's a really long title for it, but...
Star Wars ship bag.
No, but it's specific. Because that's not anyone's X-Wing, that's Luke's X-Wing.
Mm.
Or so I say. Luke. Anyway.
Luke.
So, this is my Diana's Watermelon, which is the Diana's Hat pattern by Joanna Johnson. I love Diana's hat. It's my Hide My Bad Hair Day hat.
And Davina loves them because they're fashionable.
Yes.
Oh, I have to show you the hat I picked up that she's going to love.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So, this is Night Owl Fibers yarns in the colorway Watermelon Express, and I won this yarn. And this works for tea and tails and, actually, Ready, Set, Go.
Mm-hmm.
So.
This is they have the movie Anne of Amberley, so you can do the TV show movie. You can do that as well.
So. It's made progress. And I do enjoy how this works up. I like the little darker specks for like the watermelon seeds. Probably just looks like shadow on here, but...
Definitely seeds.
They're definitely seeds. Uh-huh.
I have to look up how she did that. You know, I'm sure there's a way of doing that. Maybe.
I mean, just this little taste of her dyeing job, it makes me really impressed with how she dyes stuff. Mm-hmm. So, yes, that's this.
Okay. Let's see.
I probably will have some sort of Diana's hat on for most of the year, which means that I've started a tab in my projects where you can keep track of how many Diana's hats I've made. I think this is my 7th one. Yeah. I have a couple of things where I have projects that are tabs. One of them was the Cerebell. That one just outstrips everything. I have double digits of that one. I don't think I have quite Laura's Timmy the Turtle digits, but yeah, I have Zuzu's Petals Zuzu's Petals and Oops a Bunny are kind of like neck and neck with each other.
Mm-hmm. Well, Davina thought I did more than 4 or 5 owls.
Well, some things you make so much of, you think you do more of them.
Mm-hmm. Well, I do have.
I thought I did more of the Diana's hats, but
I seem to always have an owl on the hook. Mm-hmm. I do have one on the hook, even though I'm doing a Bastion as well.
But like the Zuzus, I forgot how many of those I did, but I was churning them out for a while. Mm-hmm. I'd make one. I finished one, I'd start one. I finished one, I'd start one.
Well, you were doing the same thing I was doing with the Cerebell, where it was like, you know, it was almost like a chain smoker, you know?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I got to the point where I didn't have the pattern really memorized, but if I was on a certain part of the pattern, I could read my knitting and figure out what I was supposed to do off of that.
See, I got to the point where I have to look at the pattern now to start off and stuff, but I got to the point where I'd take it off and I wouldn't even look at the pattern. It's just...
Well, Zuzu's is slightly more complicated than
so.
Cerebell.
But I was also changing it. I would do, like I did one... I made a shawl out of one.
Yeah.
I made cowls out of them. So it's just, I didn't just stick to the scarf.
No, but the basic stitch pattern was a little more complicated.
Yeah. Okay, let's see here. In my Ploverbird sheet bag, I think I only did 1 row on this. I had to stop in the middle because we were at the bookstore. My husband was ready to leave. And I didn't want him to wait any longer, so I stopped in the middle. But I did finish the row out. And this is my
You're not going to pull Lindsay?
No. This is my Happiness is a Rainbow project. It's my own pattern. And this is for Davina if she wants it. If not, I'll keep it. And I'm really close to the orange.
Oh, yeah, this is for Davina. And she did decide she wanted it.
This is really close to the next color. Really, you can't tell I did much projects.
Progress?
Yeah, progress.
Or progress.
Progress. No, progress is for a progress keeper.
Although,
Davina started to pick that up, you know.
Oh, did she?
Yes.
The lady, Stephanie Pearl McPhee is Canadian as well, so when I'm listening to her book, she says progress as well. So I think it's just a Canada and British thing. Yeah.
But anyway, this is, and you can see, I thought I was going to hit the orange before the podcast, but no. But you can see
so
I'm super close. You can hardly see the pink on here anymore. So I'm hoping that next week you'll see the orange. Maybe, you know, quite a bit of it. So, and I like this yarn. It's fun. It's a DK weight and has plenty of yardage. So,
and you know, Davina was talking the other day that she needed more plain things because of all the accessories.
Yeah, because she likes the crazy accessories. So we're trying to get her to get like more plain shirts and skirts and things like that, and her jeans and stuff like that. Because the other day she came downstairs with a striped shirt and a hat. Davina, Ty made her, and I was like, no, that doesn't go. But we let her go out because she really wanted to wear a hat. So. And it wasn't going to hurt anything, you know, so we just let her do it.
But, so, she's really enjoying having all the accessories.
Yeah, she likes that. It makes her, she likes to feel fashionable.
But, the next one is a new project, and it's in, let's see, this bag. Okay, so in my Plover Bird TARDIS Bigger on the Inside bag is the White Queen. The pattern is Shornies by Anne Kingstone, and this lady writes a good pattern. She's very clear. The yarn is Miss Babs Yowza in the colorway Bear, and Lady Fornico Creations Sport in the colorway Gold in the Greenwood Untamed Oops. Now the name of this project is a reference to the White Queen from Through the Looking Glass, and a particular quote that I found on Wikipedia that comes from the book, because I actually have never read the book. Davina's read it. Mm-hmm. I've never actually had any desire to read the book.
I think I've read Alice in Wonderland, but not Through the Looking Glass.
I'm not an Alice fan.
I like Alice in Wonderland, but
I think because maybe for me, Alice in Wonderland is Disney, because that's what I grew up with.
I watched one that came out with the lady from Stargate. She played the original Doctor on Stargate.
Dr. Frasier was in it?
The original Doctor from Stargate, the cute little lady.
Yeah, Dr. Frasier.
Yes, she was the mom. She didn't stay for very long. She was at the beginning and she was at the end. And it's a more modern take on it, and I loved it. It was great. It was very strange, but it was fun. And that kind of reignited my interest in Alice in Wonderland.
But I've never actually read Through the Looking Glass, even though Davina's read both Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. But the quote that I pulled off Wikipedia was this one, starting with quotes. The meeting ends with the queen seeming to turn into a bespectacled sheep who sits at a counter in the shop as Alice passes into the next square on the board. The sheep is somewhat different from the queen in terms of personality and gets, quote, more like a porcupine every time Alice looks at her, because she knits with several knitting needles all at once. So, I figured that was my literary reference. It's a bit of a stretch.
I know what I want to do, but I have to look at it, and I'm not going to say anything just yet.
Say nothing. Act casual.
Act casual. Plausible deniability.
I don't even know what that's from, but
I know there's something. Where does that come from? Where's that reference from, guys?
I feel like I stole it from Dan.
Look casual.
Say nothing, act casual.
It might be, but I think he got it from a movie.
I know he got it from a movie.
Dan, what movie is that from? Or what book or whatever?
I think I heard in one last podcast that he was that he and Kay were doing, and then he said that, and I know it's a movie reference, but I can't remember what it is.
Say nothing,
act casual.
Act casual. I know, and I know I've seen the movie. I'm sure I've seen the movie. I'm sure I've seen the movie. Yeah. Tell us what it is, Dan, or whoever knows. Put it in the thread if you know what that movie reference is.
Let me show you the pattern. It's a really I'm not going to show you because it's a paid-for pattern, but she's got information about with pictures on how to do two-handed stranded knitting. I don't do two-handed stranded knitting. My very first colorwork sweater, which is my second project. Knit project I ever started, I did do two-handed stranded knitting before I really figured out what my preference was. I now just do it with one hand and it works just fine. And then it also has something about trapping floats.
That's good. That's what I like to do because that's what keeps me from doing color work with knitting, except other than stripes or whatever.
But that's the pattern. I think her sheep are super cute, and she has a matching cowl as well.
Cowl.
Which I feel like I need to make after I do this. But it's really cute. I'm not very far yet. This is Mom's yarn that I'm going to do for the... So, okay. The white is where the white is in this pattern. This, in her pattern, the pattern pictures is red. And as much as I love red, I have red hats with white. I have a couple red hats with white. Which is why I'm not knitting a red hat with white. This will look like grass.
With clover or something, or flowers.
Or just like grass that's starting to yellow. So
I prefer to think with clover in it.
Buttercups.
Clover is what the sheep eat.
I like buttercups.
But clover makes the sheep
I like buttercups.
Clover.
I like buttercups.
Clover.
Buttercups are so pretty.
They are, but so are clovers.
Buttercups.
Clovers.
So,
not dandelions. Although they're pretty too.
I like buttercups. I always have liked buttercups, ever since I was a kid.
You don't like Buttercup, though.
No, I don't. She's annoying. But I like buttercups.
Peanut butter cups?
So, just ribbing right now. But then eventually I'll make it into
The main.
And I mean, Miss Babs, I love Miss Babs. It's very flexible. It's worsted, but it's such a light worsted. It can work as a sport.
Or
so,
DK.
DK. So I just use it wherever I want to for whatever pattern I want to.
That's probably my go-to yarn, Miss Babs, Yowza, because it is so flexible.
And I had picked up the bear yarn so Mom could dye it for something for me, and I've ended up using it for everything but that. Like, oh, I need it for this color work project.
Did I ever dye?
No. I just keep using it for other things.
I dyed up the bulky for you.
I used this in Tara. Yes, I used some Miss Babs white. Tara has white on her bottom shell.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's orange for the top. That was a really pretty color, actually. I need to see if I have any left. I can use that for color work. So it was orange on the top, it was white on the bottom, and it was the Maryland Sheep and Wool colorway of the day for her fins and her head and everything.
Right.
And actually, I really love how that Tara turned out.
See, I like my Tara. My Tara is an undead Heidi Tara.
I know I made a second one. What did I do with that
I
second?
don't know. You sell it? Give it away?
I didn't think I gave it away. I know I made an alternating one. I must have sold it. Or, no, I gave it to the pregnancy center.
Right. That's right. That's right. A lot of times when I can't find something, it went to Elizabeth's little boy.
Who just had a birthday, I think.
Because I don't have any grandkids, so...
my college best friends.
One of her best friends got adopted, and her son gets spoiled. I'm very careful.
Oh, and he's really adorable.
He's adorable.
Too.
I mean, obviously...
He's one of those kids who's got those big eyes.
Yeah. And he has grandparents, so I stay way out of the way. I just give him things when he comes over. So, okay, let me see here. Because it wouldn't do to get in the way of the grandparents. No. Okay, now, my next one is for my Never Gonna Knit You Up in the Bakery Bears. This is in my Ploverbird. I think this is Ploverbird. I always forget. Yeah, this is the Ploverbird teapots and teacups. And this yarn was given to me by Laura Smoot. This is the yarn I was telling you about. She spun it up for me as like 560 yards of this beautiful kind of, I think it goes between a worsted and a sport or DK. I don't think it goes much thicker than that. Maybe a little bit up here, but not any thicker than an Aran. And I did a bit of work on this. I need to get different needles for this. I need to put it on Chalgoose. So maybe what I'll do is when I order some of these metal things, I'll order some Chalgoo size, when we're using 10.5s, fixed circulars.
Yeah, basically what I've been doing lately is I've been ordering the fixed.
I like the fixed. So you can see, look at the colors. I think I've gone through all the colors now. And it's just, look at that green.
That green is brilliant.
I mean, it's just beautiful. And the blues and the purples.
And you said that was dyed for you?
I don't know if she dyed this for me.
Or
Laura,
she spun it.
Laura,
Spun it. Wow, spun it.
Laura, let me know if you dyed this as well. I know you spun it. I don't know if you dyed it. But it's absolutely gorgeous regardless. So, and I'm probably using maybe a half a size bigger than maybe I should, but I like the weight of it. And I like the feel of it. It's, shedding a little bit there. It's nice, lightweight. I mean, it's warm. It's going to be warm, but it's not like this cloying kind of heavy,
Right.
overwhelming type of thing. But I really do need to get my other needles. I'll do that a little bit. I just feel bad buying stuff right after my birthday.
You should.
But needles aren't too bad. Needles and bare yarn. I figure bare yarn and dye is for my shop. And needles if I need it for a project.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not like I'm buying, you know, a whole bunch of stuff.
Just necessities.
Necessities. The bare necessities of life.
Oh, yeah. So, my last one is in my Silver Shed USA. It's actually caught. Hold on. There we go. Silver Shed USA nursing caps on a pale field bag. This is another new project. This is... I'm still not completely sure if I like the name of the project. It might still change. Right now it's Natural Medicine. The pattern name is To Medicine, and it's by Faye Kennington.
What is this?
I'll show you. So, I actually found this designer by accident. I was sitting there on Ravelry. I didn't really have the brain power to respond to anything, so I was just like floating around Ravelry, and I hit that thing where you could see what's not trending, but what's going on in other groups that you're a part of.
Like, the neighbor thing.
No, it's not neighbor. It's like, what's it called?
I think it's called. You show. I know what you're talking about. You pick up what's active, like conversations and
yeah,
things that are
and
going on.
it shows like the most recent posts in all the groups that you're in. And I'm a part of a couple designer groups where they promote their most recent patterns. And Faye Kennington had just put out a pattern which is absolutely gorgeous. It's something about cathedrals, and I actually have it on my queue. It's her fault that I am currently on a colorwork binge. I have queued so many colorwork cows and hats. Shorty's was a result of Faye Kennington. And I've queued like more than half her projects, I think, too. Faye Kennington's. But the Natural Medicine is one of hers. And I'm using Miss Babs Yowza in the colorways Dragon's Flight, Field Mouse, Squash Blossom, and Fountain Pen. So, let me actually show you the...
That was a kit, right?
Nope.
No? No, not the pattern, the yarn.
Nope.
Okay.
I picked it up for a design that I haven't been able to get off the ground.
You tell me later. Okay.
I can always pick up more if I decide to, when I get back into design mode. So, oopsie.
Very complex.
So I don't want to just do color work. I want to do color work.
Look, Dan.
So
Dan likes color work.
yes, he does. I want to do complex color work. I want to go to town with it. So I'm working off of here because her charts are colored,
Oh, right.
and it's rather than print out a colored chart, I'll just work off with my Kindle. So my colors. So here's the Squash Blossom. Here's the Dragon.
I thought the Squash Blossom was Miss Babs.
It is. This is all Miss Babs.
Oh, okay. Why did I hear Dragonfly Fibers?
I have no idea why you heard that. This is Field Mouse. I think Field Mouse is gorgeous.
It is very pretty.
And then
I like that
Fountain.
blue.
So
Don't you have a sweater in Fountain? Not in Fountain.
that was the one I tore out that Allison still gets tremors
She gets the
about.
hives. It's okay, Allison. It was years ago.
Breathe. Get the paper bag.
Yep. Poor Allison. She'll never live it down.
So.
Ty, you need to send Allison's quick so she can get it.
I already sent it to her.
Oh, you sent Allison's?
Yeah, Allison was like the first one I sent out.
Good. She's coming over soon, I think, to the States.
So.
Boy, that's bright.
It is. It's meant to be bright.
I mean, it's brighter on the screen than it is.
It's pretty bright.
I mean, it's bright, but it's brighter on the screen. Not much, but a little bit.
So.
And it might not be where they see it. It just might be the way we see it.
Color work is just beginning.
Yeah, I see it. It's in the field mouse.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
It looks almost like purple from back here, but it's not.
No, it's not. And this is. I love how neat my floats are, which I know that sounds really egotistical, but this is the part I love about color work. It's just how neat it's looking. Mm-hmm. So this is all I wanted to work on last night, and then I worked quite a bit on the cabled hat as well.
Right.
Once I get past the plain ribbing for shorties, I'm sure it'll be just as fun. Right now, though, it's rows upon rows of ribbing, which I do like for a hat, honestly. This ribbing is a little short for my liking, but I'm delighted that I'm already in the color work.
Right.
And I have a feeling I'm going to be making color work hats whether or not I keep them.
Yeah.
Just because I want to play.
Yeah, we're process knitters. I mean, we like our projects too, but we, work on things because we like to do it. Mm-hmm. Okay, my last one is a new one. This is in my Mama C bag, my Al's bag that she and I did a trade, and she made this for me. I think we traded, right, Christina? I love this because I just love this fabric, so she made me a bag. And this is the pattern. It was a gift. It was a birthday gift. This is Hedwig, and it's from the Owl Basket crochet pattern by Deja Joy, and it was given to me by Maureen, who is Victorian Studios. Thank you, Maureen. Now, this pattern calls for 4 strands of bulky weight yarn, and my hands couldn't handle it. I am doing 1 strand of Aran weight. Okay, so it's going to be quite a bit smaller, but still bigger than I thought it was going to be. Mm-hmm. This is the bottom. I'm still working on the bottom. I'm just starting on the round and round and round. So you can see it's still going to be pretty good size. It might hold a couple skeins of yarn, or at least mini skeins. And that's what I think I'm going to do with it, is maybe put mini skeins or something in it, or balls of yarn for the scrap blanket. And it's standing on its own, so I'm using the right hook and everything. I was worried about that. The yarn I'm using is from Deep Stash. This Taya gave to me.
And it's supposed to be, what, 3 held together originally?
4. This is 100% Highland wool, 164 yard balls, Aran heavy worsted weight. This is Knit Picks, Andes del Campo. And I suppose I could felt it. I mean, it's
going to shrink then.
Oh, I know. It would shrink very much, but then you could it'd probably shrink to like your coffee cup size. And I probably won't do that, but this looks really cute. I mean, it's going to be cute. And Stephanie, I think it was you who said that you wanted to do this. Because you had it.
It's like I almost want to do it just so I could I love the idea of putting mini skeins in it.
Stephanie, I've started, but I'm going really slow because of my hands. You said you wanted to maybe do this with me, and you have the pattern. You can catch up with me. You can do it if you want to. So.
You can do it if you want to.
Yes, I was thinking about it too. Yes. So this is fun. And Stephanie, in case you're wondering, I don't know how your gauge is, but if you want to do a single Aran weight, I'm using an H hook. But I tend to have a loose gauge. I don't know if you might need a bigger hook or a smaller one, but look at that. This is 1 yarn here. Mm-hmm. And this is fun. So I've been doing that. I was watching the movie yesterday. I think I was watching Prince of Persia, or maybe it was something else. I don't know if I was working on this during Prince of Persia. But I had to keep tearing back and and doing it over again.
You see, for Prince of Persia, that was when I was working on my medicine hat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, I can't. Prince of Persia for me is one of those movies where I'm really paying attention. So,
well, there were points where I had to put the knitting down.
Yeah,
but
I think I actually stopped whatever I was doing. I don't think it was this. I think I was doing this when I was doing my. I have part of my Sunday routine after I do my prayers and stuff is I have some video class type things that I do. So I was watching the video. I think that's when I was doing this, and I'd go back and I look. I said, wait a minute, that's not right, and I'd have to take it out and start it over again. You wonder where my hands hurt after a while because instead of doing 5 rows, I'm doing 10. Because I take it all out and do it all over again. But this is a fun pattern. I'm enjoying it. And I like doing it with the one strand. And may come a time when my hands are allowing me to do maybe 2, but I don't think I'll ever do 4. I did a blanket for my mom and dad for their anniversary several years ago. And those of you who are old.
Are old, huh? Only if you guys are old.
If you are, what's the word I'm looking for?
Aged.
No.
If you've been with us for a while,
for a long time, there's a word for it. If you've been with us for a long time, you saw the blanket I made. Long-time viewers is good. If you have been with us for a while, you saw the blanket I made for my parents for their anniversary, their 50th. This is about 10 years ago. No, it can't be that long.
We haven't been doing it 10 years.
It had to be 5 years ago. It's just when we started, basically, because I was still doing mostly crochet. You saw the blanket that I was doing. It had 6 strands of worsted together. And that, I don't think I could do that again. Mm-hmm. If you want to see it, it's on my project page. I think it's 2012 or 2013 or something like that. And it's a blanket, and it looks like basket weave. So it's country colors, pinks and blues and tans and things like that. So if you want to see that, it's a nice pattern. But my point is, I just can't do that anymore because my hands won't allow me. So, okay, and that's a really warm blanket. Okay, do you have FOs? You do have an FO.
I do have an FO.
I don't, so you have to do yours.
So I had to actually Facebook because I really like their Climb Every Mountain, and last year it was the Fog Along.
Yeah.
Just for keeping track of FOs and having points for them, but for the Bakery Bears, it's for patrons only. But the thing is that one of my projects wasn't on the list because it was a bit odd. It's worth 5 feet because it's so creative. So, Brittany, I finished the stethoscope cozy.
Very nice.
I think I made, this a little bit on the long end, but I don't think it matters.
It looks like it has marshmallows for it.
Well, that's my tape.
I know, but it looks like marshmallows. Tape?
Yes. So I have paper tape and normal tape whenever I need it in a room.
Why would you need tape?
Oh my gosh, I need tape.
I mean, I know you need tape
for when people bleed,
Is that the way everybody carries their tape?
I'm special. There are a couple of other people do, but I'm known at work for being prepared. They'll be like, oh, I have Tolly's stethoscope. I have tape. Or
why would they have your stethoscope?
I leave mine hanging at work. But and if they need something, they're like, oh, I'm sure Tolly has it. I have a reputation for being prepared. If anyone needs anything, I have it.
It looks like a snake.
It does kind of. It looked like more like a snake when I was knitting it.
I know.
So it's happy. It's fun. Hopefully, it'll keep my stethoscope from cracking.
You need to put little eyeballs.
That might not be considered appropriate.
Why
not? But I'm hoping this will extend the life of my stethoscope. This is my 3rd new stethoscope in almost 9 years of nursing. Stethoscopes can be expensive. There are cheap ones, but I started off on a cardiac floor, and I've gotten used to Master Cardiology stethoscope. That's $200+. It kind of hurts to spend that much every time I up my stethoscope. Every time I have to replace my stethoscope tubing. So,
can't you just get the tubing replaced?
You probably can, but you just send in the stethoscope.
Right.
And then I'm sans a stethoscope. So, but I'm hoping this will extend the life of my tubing. Because I know when Susan did that, she was borrowing my stethoscope a lot while she was waiting for hers to come back in. And I know it's a lot less expensive that way, but it's just like...
You should have maybe a backup in that one, an old one. That you
I do have a backup at home. It was my school one, but it's definitely not as high quality.
The one that you had the high quality, can you get the tubing fixed on that? So if this goes, you can
possibly, yeah, I could.
That might be a good idea because then you want to.
Because I still have it.
You might want to do that because you can send that in. You have this one, and then you just put it aside, and then you have to do that again. You just replace.
No, you're right. That's a good idea. I had to look at All Hard and see what they have for their policy for that.
Yeah.
So. Yes. So this was a great. Thank you, Brittany, for sending me that pattern for my birthday. I turned it around. I think about a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I really wanted to have this sooner rather than later.
Okay, that's very good. All right. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Did I mention the... Yeah, I did. Okay. I was wondering if I had mentioned the little bag. I did. Okay. I forgot to mention last week, under the writing and things like that, that I had written over 1,500 words at a sitting, which was really... I hadn't done that in a long time. So I was really excited about that, and I was kind of annoyed with myself that I forgot to say something. I haven't gotten any writing done this week, but last week I had 1,500 words done. Darn it, I'm telling you about it because I'm proud of myself. So that was fun. Do you have anything you want to do before? Do you have any... I can't talk for today. I don't know. I told you I'm really tired.
I have one stash in here.
Okay, why don't you do that? Because I have a bunch because of my stuff.
What would you call him? He's not a spiritual director.
It's
the...
Yeah, well, he's your,
superior?
I guess he's kind of your superior. He's a director.
The director of the Nunciationists. He sent us all, a Pauline agenda. So basically this has the saint of the day itself, a little area for writing. It tells you who this, it has a little quote at the end. It's from Pauline, important Pauline books or Pauline saints.
And it has the deceased members and their families and things like that under there.
Where?
This is where I get my deceased from. Let me show you. See?
Oh, is that what that is?
The SSP. These are all deceased. We have this as well, but we didn't get. They got the hard copy, but I think because there's so many more people in the HFI that they send ours.
Yeah, there's only
digital.
10.
They send ours as a digital,
members.
but I want to see if this is a cost on it because I want one of these.
I
have to see if I can find one of these.
But
oh, I forgot to bring my book down. Did I show mine last time? My UPS book.
I don't know.
Oh, well, I'll show it next time.
But it's got Italian, Spanish, and then English.
Because this comes out of Italy, so English won't be first. English is last.
Yeah, that's why the title is even in Italian. So if I really wanted to, I could learn those two languages.
I was thinking about that. Yeah.
And I mean, when I'm looking at it, I can kind of, before I realized that the English translation was down there, I was sitting there trying to go, okay, I can kind of understand this a little bit. Why did he send me a book in
Italian?
Well, actually, I for some reason, my eyes went right to the Spanish.
Right.
I was like, why did he send me a book in Spanish? And I'm like, oh, there's English.
Yeah. But and Italian and Spanish are very close anyway.
Yeah, they are. But I have a little bit of an easier time piecing together the Spanish than I do the Italian. But I mean, it's fine. Well, the Nunciationist will randomly send me messages in Spanish to test my Spanish.
Well, my cousin, he sends me birthday wishes on Facebook and says, if you can't understand it, Google it. Translate it. Bap! My cousin, you have to understand, my cousin, my mom came from Bogota, Colombia. So my cousins, a lot of them were still in South America. And he came over and he did a year or two of high school and he stayed with us. And, I think it was actually, he stayed with us 1 year. So I consider him as a brother. And he does things like that. He's funny. Okay. All right. I'm going to go into my Etsy shop news first. So that those of you who don't want to see my birthday stash enhancements don't have to stay. And you can join us again next week when you want to. I think we're podcasting on Monday or Tuesday next week.
Monday, I think.
Okay, so we're probably on Monday. If you are leaving us now because you don't want to see stash enhancements of my birthday or my Etsy shop stuff, we're glad that you came to visit with us, and we will be podcasting Monday or Tuesday of next week, and we hope to see you then. For the rest of you, I'll move on to the stash enhancements and the shop.
I'm not just playing on my phone, guys. I'm charting my water.
Okay. Now, I have taken pictures of the majority of yarn that I showed you last week, but I have not had a chance to put it up in the shop just yet. It will be going up very soon. I did have some more yarn to show you. Now these, the first ones I'm going to show you were hanging downstairs last podcast, drying. This is the second of the spun into gold.
It's really
straw into gold.
That'd be good for color work.
Yes, this would be really pretty in one of Kay's patterns, I think. But this is straw into gold. This is a Rumpelstiltskin reference, so it will be eligible for tea and tails.
Oh, I'll reference something to Kay later.
Okay, so this is a fingering sock, and it's 462 yards, 75% superwash meter wool, 25% nylon. Okay, I have 2 of these, but this is the one that was drying last week. The other ones that were downstairs are these 2, and this is Rhapsody in Blue. Okay.
Very nice. One of these are mine.
Yeah, one of them will have her name on it. I can make this again.
I'm going to make Diana's hat out of one. I saw it and I had to have it.
She came downstairs or upstairs and she said, "I want one of the blue skins." I said no, because I thought I was doing something with my gourmet stash. I said, "No, you have to wait till I'm finished with it." She was like, "What?" But this is the, and I'm not sure all the different.
And this hat will be for me, the one I knit out of this one.
Can you see all the different blues in here?
Oh,
Blues
look at
and
that.
kind of
It's
turquoisey
gorgeous.
blues. I really had a hard time photographing this, and there's a kind of a turquoisey greeny blue in here, and it just can't get it to come up on photographs.
Well, it kind of blows itself out on camera.
It's very pretty, if I do say so myself.
Oh, it's beautiful, which is why one of those skeins is mine.
So this one will be going up in the shop. I already have pictures of this, so I'm going to start putting these up a little at a time for this. And Rhapsody in Blue.
And it is fairly rare that I'll go down the stairs and be like, "You're saving one of those skeins for me." Yeah. Even though they're all beautiful, but usually I'll wait or I'll look at it in the shop for a while.
Rhapsody in Blue, I think, will be eligible for Laura's. I think. You'd have to check her out and ask her. But I think it would, because it's music. And it's also a book, I believe.
I don't know about that.
It's a pretty common name for titles and things, so if you looked it up, you might be able to make it work for something, if you wanted to do that. And then
Since I'm making Diana's hat, it'll always work for ours.
Yeah. And this, I made up some more Heartsease. This is Heartsease. Okay. And somebody won this recently for a prize, I think, or bought it recently. Only it was a different base. So you can see the purples, the creams, and the yellows. Lighter and darker purple. And this is also 462 yards, 100 grams, 75.25. So these will be going up. I think I have like a total of 12 skeins or something going up in the shop. So I'm going to have a fairly good size update in stages. And let me see. Here. I still have to take pictures of Heartsease, I think. So these are what's going up. Can you see that?
Very nice.
Okay. So that's that. And I have a bunch of other ideas in my head. I just have to make sure I have the yarn to do it. Now, I need to know if... I've been doing mostly fingering weight yarn. If you would like to see some sport weight up there, or DK or worsted, please let me know. And, you know, if you have a specific colorway in mind, if you see something that I make and it keeps coming up in fingering weight and you want it in a different base, let me know, because I tend to go toward fingering because that sells better for me. So, but, you know, sport weight also will sell fairly well too. So let me know. If you want DK, you want worsted, whatever. I've had Laura Concert contacted me for a worsted and something, and I'm going to do that for her. So thank you, Laura. So if you want a different base, let me know, and if I have it or if I can get it, I'll let you know. If not, then I'll let you know that too, but it should be fine. The only thing I really don't do is lace weight, it takes up the dye really well, but I don't like working with lace weight in any way, shape, or form. It just tangles, and I just don't care to do that. So, all right. Okay.
Prejudiced against lace weight.
I like the heavier lace weight. It's more like a fingering. But I worked with some lace weight. The only way I like to dye lace weight... Why is it...
Hold on. You're in full screen. There you go.
Thank you. What was I going to say? Lace weight, I don't mind hand painting it, but I'm afraid if I do immersion or something where I have to spin out the excess water, that is going to get tangled. I mean, my yarn still gets tangled, and I have to sometimes be very careful. Lace weight would be a disaster, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you don't want to see my birthday stuff, see you next week. Okay, and wish you a very good week. But I have a lot to show you for my birthday. So, let's see here. I got, this shirt that I'm wearing, my husband got me. And this necklace, Davina made me. Can you see the owl? Isn't that pretty? So these are birthday gifts. And then my husband, he said, I know you love your knitted hats, but you're always complaining it gets caught on your hair. So he got me some bigger ones. These, obviously, he did not make these. But he got me a black one and a tan one, so I could wear this during the cold weather, and it's not quite so tight on my head. When my hair is longer, it gets all over the place. Once my hair is trimmed, it'll be okay. I can wear tie-as hats again. But right now, it's a cute hat. I've never seen it on. I just put it on at, during my birthday, but I never saw it on. And it comes off without messing my hair up. So, over much. I guess a little bit, but I'm a little bit directionally challenged there. Okay. So he got me these. He got me two, a black and a white. Talia got me something. I'm not going to pull it out because it's in parts. But because I have a fair amount of pain, varying levels of pain on varying days all the time. So she got me some stuff that will help with the physical therapy type stuff, pressure points and things like that. I don't want to pull all of it out because it is in pieces in terms of, not that I have to put it together pieces, but there are sections to it, like, I guess parts of it. They're different apparatus.
They're different tools.
Yeah. But what came with it was, not came with it, but came with the gift, was this chart, trigger points. Mm-hmm. And so this will be very helpful. So I'm looking forward to making use of that. I did go to Hobby Lobby. I picked up some stuff for stamping. I'm not going to open up the bags and show you all that because it's a lot of little stuff. But I did want to show you what I found. I was really excited about it. I saw it. There was only one. And I wasn't even looking for it. I was actually just there to get some cotton yarn to tie my yarn when I dye it.
I actually got in Hobby Lobby. Did not intend to buy anything. Left Hobby, did not buy anything.
Well, I did intend to buy something because it was my birthday. Mm-hmm. And my husband and I have discussed the fact Winchester's only about maybe a 20-minute drive, but gas for his diesel truck has made it very expensive. So we aren't going to be going out there very often.
It's more than a 20-minute drive. It took me 40 minutes when I would go to work.
Yeah, maybe it's 30 minutes. But anyway,
although the hospital's a little farther than Hobby Lobby.
And it's so much more expensive. We had to stop doing this, going to Winchester for a little while a few years back when the gas prices were so high. And
he has a diesel truck.
And he has a diesel truck. And right now, diesel is worse than the gas. So at least here. So he said, we're only going to go there once in a while. So when I do my birthday, I like to go out to eat, and then I'll stop at Hobby Lobby or the local yarn shop. But our local yarn shop closed, so that's not an option over in Winchester anymore. And then I'll go to Books A Million. I used to go to Borders, but Borders closed. So I go to Books A Million and have chai tea. I didn't buy anything at Books A Million, just my chai tea, and I didn't buy that because Talia bought it for me. Mm-hmm. So, but that's what I like to do. And I only intended on getting some stamping stuff and that one skein of yarn. But then I saw this. It's a double knit loom. And I'm really excited about this, and it looks like I can use it single as well, unless unless it's
There's a different.
unless it's a different one.
It looks like there's a different
There
one.
might be, and I may have to look into that one, because what I like about this, look, Laura Concert, it's one of those things where you can put it on the table on your lap and you don't have to move it around, you just move the top. You know, it's like a Lazy Susan. It shows better on the back.
Just trying to. Yeah, there's a different one that's single.
I'll have to look into getting that one later if I like this one. And this actually comes with a couple of patterns. No, create double and single knit.
Oh, okay.
Hats, scarves, cows, and shawls. So there, Ty and I spent about 5 minutes trying to figure out if this did single and double. It says right there. Apparently we missed it. It has a rotating base.
I was pretty tired.
Yeah, I'm just really excited about this. And it looks like it's worsted weight yarn based on the thread, on the yarn that's being used. I think it looks like worsted weight.
that I'm not gonna.
So that was my major purchase at Hobby Lobby. The other things I got were, like I said, I didn't buy any stamps. I bought some mist for the bottoms of the stamps, and I bought some background paper. And
By mist, she means cleaning solution.
yeah. So, okay, let me see here. The gifts that were given to me. Let me start. I'm sorry, I have to be off screen because this box is over here. Alright. Is there room there?
There should be.
Okay. I'll start with the non-knitting first. It's R2-D2. I'm sorry. I know people like BB-8. I think BB-8 tries too hard. R2. I love R2. And this is a set of measuring units. There are measuring cups and measuring spoons. And they all stack into this R2-D2. And it makes me happy. I just love it. I've always loved R2-D2. I think he's amazing. So,
And then I just think when you're done using one, you have to make sure you clean it up so that because then you can stack, you can recreate R2. Otherwise, you're gonna risk losing pieces.
right, and you can see if you look at the
I would
picture.
hand wash.
Can you see? Yeah, can you see the bottom picture there? It shows how you can see where the spoons go and where the cups go and all that. So I really like that. That's kind of neat. Okay, so that's that. I thought it was a bobblehead when she first gave it to me.
Nope, more useful than a bobblehead.
Yes. Now my husband gave me a bunch of DVDs. Well, first of all, he gave me some dye. And this is the teal jacquard dye. So that's nice. He gave me a whole bunch of discs. I love the firm workouts. And I've been trying to get... I've had the tapes forever. But let's face it, the DVD players don't always have tape players anymore. So he's replacing the ones that I have only on tape. So he got me the cross trainers. I had the original 6 plus the basics, and now these cross trainers. So these are really good workouts. I really love these. And he got me the Complete Father Dowling Mysteries page. These are fun. I haven't watched them in a while, so I'm not sure if there's, I don't remember anything. It might have, what's the word I'm looking for? Not insinuation, but inferring of things. I don't think there's anything in it per se. I don't think there's any language because they were still pretty good about TV back then. And then I'd never heard of this, but this title made me laugh. The Snoop Sisters. I have to watch this as soon as I finish my Starsky and Hutch. I watch when I watch stuff like this. I usually do the TV shows when I'm doing physical therapy upstairs. As soon as I finish Starsky and Hutch, I'm going to watch this because I've never heard of it, and it just sounds wonderful. It's got Helen Hayes, and I don't know who Mildred Natwick is, but
Sounds British.
yeah. But Daddy said that he thought it was not British. I don't know. But in any event, I think there's 3 seasons on here. There's 4 discs. So I have that. And then he got me... I'm a big Mother Angelica fan. Most of you who've been with us for a while know that. So this is Mother Angelica's Quick Guide to the Sacraments, the little book. And he got me a whole bunch of books online, and a lot of them were Mother Angelica. Ty got me one as well. So I have a whole bunch of books online that you will not see. He got me this book. This is actually a library book. an old library book. This is by Andrea Berman Price, and Taya swears by this, and I could not find one.
That is like my go-to reference book. I have a physical form, and I have one on my Kindle.
I have one on my Kindle that she gave me, and then I have this.
It's from this book that I learned how to, when patterns will say decrease evenly around, it tells you what that means for knitting flat, what that means for knitting in the round. And it's not like, it's not a book that has a bunch of pretty glossy pictures. That's not the kind of book it is.
Don't really need it. If it's explained well enough, you don't need it.
I've just found that I've had multiple reference books.
I have a lot of them, but Taya swore by this one.
Oh, so. This is my, here's gauge measuring. I mean, this is how I learned knit front and back. Not front, knit.
Make one right.
Make one right. Make one left.
I'm gonna have to look at this for that because I have a hard time with that.
Let me. Okay. And so it gives you a picture, and then it explains it underneath there.
Well, I think what was happening is I was picking up with the wrong needle.
Yeah, probably. So it explains it in a way that I find to be very easy. So anything that you could find in a pattern, it'll basically have in here. So this is my go-to book.
Well, this is my go-to book. You have one.
Yeah.
And this came from the King County Library System, Washington. So it came all the way from the left coast.
And hopefully you'll find it works the same for you as it did for me, but I love knit
Well, and if I
speech.
don't understand something, because my brain works a little differently than hers, I need a little slightly different way of sometimes presenting something. She reads this fairly well. I just ask her if I can't understand it. And then this is the art of Bible journaling. Now, I don't like to draw. Some of this, I don't like to draw in my Bible. I don't like to write in my Bible. I don't mind doing something like this where it's on the side. But some of the people that are in here, and if you do it, that's fine. I'm not judging. I'm saying for me, I don't like to, let me see if I can show you. I don't like to write over the words in the Bible. I may copy a Bible verse and then, see, I don't like doing something like this on the Bible page. But this has a whole bunch of suggestions. I love journaling and stuff like that. And this will be very helpful. What I might do is just copy a verse, and I can transfer it also from my Pauline quotes and things like that. And my husband got this for me. It's very nice. And this will dovetail nicely. I think I told you, or maybe I didn't, that I got the Craftsy Unlimited. Did I say that?
I don't remember. I wasn't listening.
My mom and dad gave me some money for my birthday, and then my husband put in the rest of the money for the Craftsy Unlimited. I just went ahead and did the whole subscription instead of paying by month because it's less expensive that way. After I went to the VKN that Laura concert has every Friday night.
I kind of sort of went to that.
Yeah. And they were a couple of them had that, including Laura, and they were raving about it. I've already started the drawing class because I can't draw to save my life. And I'm enjoying it. I think it's a good use of money. It's very good. You have access to all these classes. I don't think any of them are off limits. And so I'm looking at things that I've always wanted to try but didn't want to put out money for the disc and then find out I didn't like it. So this is really good. And this will dovetail into the journaling and stuff like that. Okay, that's basically what I got that was not knitting. I only have a few more things that are knitting, crocheting. Davina got me yarn. She got me 2 of these. This is Yarn Bee Bulky, or Chunky, low pill fiber, so this will be nice. And it's a total of 536 yards for these 2, so I can do something nice with this. And then the other one, she got me these, and I actually have one of these. I was telling Ty I might have to give it up for a prize because I didn't know what I was going to do with it. It was worsted weight. She picked up, with Taya's help, 2 more. It's exact same colorway. So I have 900 yards of this. This is the blueberry colorway. This is the Yarn Bee Sugar Wheel. It's similar to the Mandala, Lion Brand Mandala, only this is worsted weight. And the Karen Cakes. And there is 355 yards, so you're talking about 1,000 yards.
Wow.
I can make a blanket, a shawl, whatever I want to do.
Yeah, Domain
with
keeps saying blanket, but she thinks blanket for everything.
Yeah, this is very nice. So that was really good. And then my husband picked up the Zuma Gurumi 6. I think I have all of them now. I might be missing 5.
Yeah, he got it for you. Then he started looking through it.
Oh, did he?
Well, yeah. While you were trying to open your other presents, he was looking at the toys.
Yeah.
But he loves
Patrick moves.
Well, he loves the eyes that are little plastic eyes. He likes safety eyes.
Yeah, he does. I love this owl. Look, Maureen. I know you don't crochet, but look. Maybe you need to crochet. You can see the patterns on the back here. There might be more than that, but
I need to show the hummingbird. The hummingbird.
Yeah, the hummingbird's not on there. It's in the back. Not in the back.
Yeah.
Oops.
It's a bunny.
It's a bunny.
Oh, here's the Patrick moose we were trying to find.
I knew there was one. Oh, the mammoth. Yeah.
The mammoth.
She's usually. I think she has one in every one of them.
Well, because she's that amazing.
Hi, Kate. Thank you for ear burning me for that one pattern. I picked it up.
Oh, isn't he adorable?
He's adorable. Where'd my pen go?
Oh, he even stands. He stands up.
Oh, it's funny. The fox is cute. They do a lot of the, it looks like a lot of them do the attaching of the limbs with the thread through so they can move.
This is the one I was looking.
Isn't that cute?
Look at him. He's a fat little hummingbird. He's a little baby hummingbird.
That is baby fat.
Oh.
This was really exciting. I put this on the list. I found this, and I didn't expect to get it. I just had it on there. And this is 50 Loom Knitted Stuffed Animal Pattern Collection by Scarlett Royale, the Loom Muse. Look at that. All our new Loom members, if you don't know about this, look at this. And old people who do looming. You know, there are people who do looming that I didn't know. Look at this. It's toys. Loom knit toys.
The penguin's really cute.
It is. A snowman. I'm not sure what that is.
I can't tell from the... I can't tell.
I think it might be a dinosaur. I don't know.
The yarn's so dark.
Yeah, it's hard to tell with the dark yarn. The rabbit, mermaid, all kinds of cute things. Because I think the only way I'm going to do a knitted toy, to be honest, is a loom knit.
Yeah, I have not enjoyed knitting toys.
I don't care.
Because I've tried a couple times. All the knitted toys I have on the needles are just sitting there.
Baby sheep. Let me see if I can find that in here.
So I've given it the good old college try.
And it looks like it's very well done. It tells you what peg loom to use, what yarn.
The chicken is cute.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the sheep in here if I can. Maybe I should go to the... Oh, they have a part on designing. Rabbit, farm animals, cat. It's just... I think that if I'm going to knit a toy, this is going to be the way I'm going to do it. It'll be easier on my hands, I think. And it talks about enlarging patterns. It looks like it's very, very well put together. Oh, that's interesting. They're using a round loom, but they're going across the loom. And this is not showing you a pattern. It's just showing you that they're going across the loom like you might do for actual weaving. I wonder if that's how they make the bottom. Because on some of the ones I've done with the owls and stuff, I find it hard for them to stand up. Maybe if they do that for the bottom, it stands up better.
Maybe.
I don't know if that's what they do, but I'm trying to find... Oh, that's my husband. Yeah, there it is. Oops. We left the door unlocked. I can't show it to you right now, but anyway, there's 50 patterns in here. And that's basically what I got for a lot of books on my Kindle, and of course the Craftsy class. So I was spoiled rotten. I did. I had a very nice book. All the patterns you guys gave me and things like that. So really appreciate all your generosity and everything, and the good wishes. Okay, do you have anything else you want to say?
Nope.
Okay, we do want to thank. We've been reading. We don't have to go into that right now. I do want to thank.
We've run a bit long.
The people who have commented on YouTube: LNS, Heather 296, Linnea, and Stephanie. Thank you. And if I missed you, those are the people I saw before we podcast. Thank you also for those who commented on the Ravelry thread. Okay, I think that's it. We wish you all a week full of crafting and everything that makes you happy and every blessing. And we hope to see you next week here in the Woman Cave. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 294. And that's a wrap.
Bye.